For the past few months my SP had a few issues related to his health. I do not believe that this relates to anything I have consciously created, as my sole belief is that everyone in my reality is healthy. I do my best to take accountability and honestly, maybe in a way I did manifest this, for SP to take control of his life. My belief is that I have someone that cares for themselves the way I care for myself. Healthy habits and such. So, as I am writing this, unconsciously I could have invited a scenario for SP to see how crucial it is to take care of oneself, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Anyhow, I work in healthcare, and per the facility standard of my SP blood work and symptoms, he was triggering our sepsis protocol, which would be to collect blood cultures and start an antibiotic. SP did not go to the ER at my facility, he went to an urgent care and scheduled with a doctor. Still no blood cultures were done. For a few months, it was very triggering to see the 3D not as I wanted it to be. I stayed true to my images and assumptions. SP is healthy, SP changes his diet, SP changes his activity level, etc. In fact, SP did change his diet. He also started being more active despite feeling poorly. August 2nd, SP went to a dental appointment since nothing was done. Medical. SP had 6 infected teeth, which he never had complained of, that was just feeling weak and faint. Surgeon stated that September 16th he would have teeth removed. Last week, August 20th, I was extremely triggered by 3D, I had enough of all the appointments. I said no, he gets an appointment sooner in my mind and imagination, of course. August 27th, SP was moved up and had the teeth removed. Although only 48 hours has passed since the procedure, SP has no complaints of weakness and fatigue. I intend for him to continue to recover with ease and brilliance. Just know, even during times you are triggered, your manifestation, desires, hopes, and dreams are not beneath you. Find a way to hold true to the end and live there, even if it is for 5, 10, or 15 minutes. It had been very challenging for me once summer came, that SP feeling poorly, but now, it's still summer and there are so many other opportunities I can be out with SP now, and since he is healed and the infection is out of his body, we can plan for the amazing fall activities. I am here to share 2 of my success, which proves nothing can stop you from getting what you want when you believe that you always get what you want. It's self-concept, guys. All it takes is good beliefs, self-concept, and a decision. No obsession on your desire and continuous affirming is required, if you really believe you are the creator of your reality and everything works out in your favor. So I applied for a government scheme. And few days back I got to know that my form got rejected and was thrown in the dustbin because there was an issue in my document. I didn't panic. Everyone around me was panicking and almost accepted that I won't get the approval now. But I didn't. I remained calm and just said to myself, doesn't matter, everything works out in my favor, so this application will get approved and I'll get the benefits. I always get what I want. I was calm and relaxed. I said it once and whenever I remembered about it. No affirming on this particular situation, just believing everything works out in my favor. And was detached, because I believed I'll get approved. I didn't do anything or didn't force anyone. I just left the situation as it was, and today I got to know that someone picked my form from the dustbin out of all the other rejected forms and corrected the error, which prevented me from getting approved. I don't know, if this doesn't prove that the law works, then I don't know what will. It seemed impossible and still happened. Another one is I want to visit my relatives living in another city. But they informed me that they were moving somewhere else on that particular day only when I wished to go to that city. So I just said, they'll change their mind and won't go. Because I always get what I want. And that's what happened. Today I got to know they cancelled their plan, now they are not leaving the city. And now I can go and live with them for a few days. In both cases, I just decided that it's going to happen, and it happened regardless of the 3D showing me the opposite. Just be calm, and calmness comes from your self-concept. And everything will happen just as you want. Work on your self-concept and stop obsessing over your desires. When your self-concept is good, persisting becomes smooth and easy. Trust me. I work in customer service and make a moderate amount. I live with my girlfriend and our pets. We were previously living in a house with a bunch of our friends, and it was going okay. But then one of my friends had to move out for some reason. I won't get into the details, but the point of the matter was that my girlfriend and I had to find another house by the end of the month. The problem was that we did not want to move into a basement, and all the apartments we looked at started from, let's say, about $700 over our budget, which was way too much for us. Also, considering that we had pets, most people were not willing to rent their basement to us. At this point, we had no hope and no idea about how we were going to make it. We spent the first week worried sick about this problem, not knowing what we were going to do, as we were happy in that house and moving out came as a shock. I had been manifesting for quite a while now, so I decided to manifest our dream apartment. I had manifested some things before, like graduating college after failing one of the courses. That seemed possible at the time, but getting an apartment for so cheap was almost impossible. But I decided to go with my gut and manifest our dream apartment. I told my girlfriend that we would move into an apartment next, but she didn't believe me. Even I didn't believe me. But I knew that it could be done. I started by imagining a picture of one of the apartments I had seen previously and visualized myself sitting with my girlfriend in that apartment, having coffee. I began affirming to myself that we live in a beautiful apartment. I thought that if nothing came of it, I would settle for any accommodation I found at the last minute, but not a second before that. I did not look at any listings at all. Whenever the thought came to my mind of how it would even happen, I affirmed that I already lived there and imagined it. Furthermore, I thanked the universe for giving me such a nice place to live in. Gratitude. That is the key. Every time I thanked the universe, it made me smile, thinking about our new place. Now comes the part where I got the apartment. The place I work at, there was a lady who owned an apartment in a nice building, but the person who was living in the apartment below her was not okay. That guy would bang on her door whenever she walked around in her own apartment. It apparently caused disturbance to him. Even after reporting it several times to the management, the guy did not stop and went on to hit their door with a hammer, actually causing property damage. They tried to reach out to the board members, but the board was not taking any concrete action to resolve this issue either. One day, the lady came to me to discuss the ongoing situation and mentioned that their daughter was going to start university, so she would be living in the dorm and she and her husband lived in another residence. The problem they were facing was that their unit would be empty now, and they couldn't even get tenants because of this guy. She mentioned that they were thinking about selling the place. Even though I knew the apartment would cost too much, I made her an offer and said that I was looking for a place but my budget was quite less. She said she did not care about the money at this point, they just wanted good people who could be trusted with the unit as they had never rented before. She said she would talk to her husband and get back to me. I'll jump to the end. They agreed, and we signed the lease at $150 above our budget. Here is the good part. I was able to rent the locker and parking spot that I got with the apartment, and my rent was decreased to our original budget. Furthermore, the management installed cameras on our floor so that if that guy came up, they would have video evidence to take legal action against him. The market value of their apartment was about $1,200 more than our budget, and I still have no idea why she decided to rent it to us. In the end, I got the apartment, and it was better than I expected. The guy did not bother us, and the owners were happy too. In the end, it all worked out. The key here is gratitude. When you manifest from a state of gratitude, it is insanely powerful. Also, it stops doubts from creeping into your head. It puts you in a state where you are thanking the universe for something, so naturally the mind thinks that you already have it. It helps to live in the end. Another thing I would like to mention is that I came across a book called The Ancient Secret of Bending Reality. It helped me a lot in clearing my doubts about manifestation, and a big credit for this manifestation goes to that book. It also mentions something about releasing stuck energy or limiting beliefs. When you make peace with your limiting beliefs, then the stuck energy is released and whatever resistance there was, is removed. I really liked that concept.